In order to make the most of the economic advantages offered by television rights and the emergence of increasingly wealthy sponsors, England's top division clubs set up the Premier League in 1991. Since then, many big names have emerged in English football, and with increasingly developed travel methods, many foreigners have been brought to Premier League clubs. Today we remember the greatest foreign players who have played for Premier League clubs. The first three we're going to talk about come from African soil, and the first is none other than Riyad Mahrez. The Algerian started his career in France, where he played professionally from 2009 to 2014, when he was to move to Leicester, where he played until 2018. Being part of Leicester's dream team that won the Premier League in the 2013 to 2014 season. Manchester City transferred him in 2018, where he plays until now. In addition to his 3 English League titles with City, he won PFA Team of the Year, PFA Players Player of the Year and PFA Fans Player of the Year in the 2015 to 2016 season. Mahrez currently has 231 appearances in all competitions for Manchester City and 78 goals scored. Second on the list is Mohamed Salah. He arrived in the Premier League in 2014 as a player at Chelsea, but didn't play much there, being loaned out to Fiorentina and AS Roma. In 2017 he returned to the Premier League, but this time to Liverpool. At the Reds, Salah adorned his trophy cabinet by winning the Premier League in the 2019-2020 season and the UEFA Champions League in 2018-2019. Salah holds the record for most goals scored in his debut season for Liverpool, with 44 goals, and also for most goals scored by an African player in a Premier League season, 32 goals in 2017-18. He was voted PFA Player of the Year and FWA Footballer of the Year for the 2017-18 and 2021-2022 seasons, as well as the holder of 3 Premier League Golden Boot awards. Known for stopping a war, Didier Drogba will surely remain in the hearts of Chelsea fans as one of the greatest players in the London club's history. The Ivorian began his career in France when he was transferred to Chelsea from Marseille in 2004. Between 2004 and 2012, Drogba remained an icon of the club, with whom he won the most important trophies, holding 4 Premier League titles, 4 English Cups and the UEFA Champions League trophy won in the 2011-2012 season. He provided the most assists in the Premier League by an African player, 54 assists, and was inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame in 2022. From African territory, Sadio Mane and Yaya Touré should also be mentioned. We'll leave African territory and go a little further afield to Asia to talk about German-born Australian Mark Schwarzer. He began his career in 1990, playing for various clubs in Australia and Germany, and in 1997 he arrived at Middlesbrough. The goalkeeper played for Middlesbrough from 1997 to 2008, but his only trophy was the Football League Cup in the 2003-2004 season. Mark Schwarzer holds the distinction of being the sole non-UK player to have participated in more than 500 Premier League matches. I don't know how many of you remember Park Ji-sung. The Korean with 100 appearances for the South Korean national team started his career in his home country and, after 2 years at PSV Eindhoven, moved to the Premier League in 2005, playing for Manchester United. He played for Manchester until 2012 and won numerous trophies, including 4 Premier League titles and the UEFA Champions League in the 2007-2008 season. After 205 appearances and 27 goals scored for Manchester United in all competitions, he left England for good after a short spell at Queen's Park Rangers. He is the first Asian footballer to have won the UEFA Champions League, to play in a UEFA Champions League final, as well as the first Asian to have won the FIFA Club World Cup. Also from South Korea comes one of Tottenham's most beloved players, Son Heung-min. After playing in Germany for Hamburger SV and Bayer Leverkusen between 2010 and 2015, he arrived at Tottenham in 2015, where he still plays. Although he spent a lot of time at Tottenham, he failed to win any trophies, his only achievement being the UEFA Champions League final in the 2018-2019 season. His individual achievements include the Premier League Golden Boot in the 2021-22 season and PFA Premier League Team of the Year in 2020-2021. Son is also the first Asian player to reach the 100-goal mark in the Premier League. From the South American continent, one of the most well-known players who has played in the Premier League is Carlos Tevez. The Argentine played in South America from 2001 to 2006 before arriving in England, at West Ham, in 2006. His glory period, however, was linked to his time at Manchester United, with whom he won the Premier League and the UEFA Champions League 4 times in the 2007-2008 season. He also represented Manchester City from 2009 to 2013, during which time Tevez won another league title and an FA Cup. Among his personal distinctions, the most important are the Premier League Golden Boot in the 2010-2011 season and the PFA Team of the Year in the same year. Despite the controversies surrounding him, Tevez remains one of the most charismatic personalities to have played in the Premier League. Next up is former Argentine national teammate of Tevez, Sergio Aguero. He began his football career at Independiente, a club he represented from 2003 to 2006. He then transferred to Atletico Madrid in Spain, before representing his beloved Manchester City from 2011 to 2021. Alongside City, Aguero won no less than 5 English Premier League titles and many other domestic cups, with the only trophy missing being the UEFA Champions League, which he came very close to winning in the 2020-2021 season. He is the all-time leading scorer of Manchester City with 260 goals in all competitions. He won the PFA Team of the Year award twice in a row, and in 2022 he was inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame. Nicknamed King Eric and considered one of the greatest French players of all time, as well as a legend of Manchester United and the Premier League, Eric Cantona is still regarded as one of the greatest players of his generation. He spent half of his career in France before joining the Premier League in 1992, first playing for Leeds and then for Manchester United. Cantona lifted 4 league titles and 2 FA Cups during his time in England. In the 1993-1994 season, he won the PFA Premier League Team of the Year award, and in 1995-1996, he won the FWA Footballer of the Year award. He played 185 games for the Red Devils and scored 82 goals in all competitions. In 2021, he was inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame. Another Manchester City legend makes his way into our list, and that is the Belgian Vincent Jean Pouy Company. He arrived at Manchester City in 2008, being brought in from Hamburger SV. In the 2011-12 season, he became the captain of the Manchester team, leading them to the English Premier League title. He won the Premier League Team of the Year 2 years in a row in 2011 and 2012, as well as the Premier League Player of the Season award, also in 2012. He represented the citizens in 360 games in all competitions, scoring 20 goals, winning 4 English Premier League titles, and 2 English Cups. He was also included in the Premier League Hall of Fame in 2022. The fact that the Dutch love English football is no secret, and one of the representatives of this territory is Robin van Persie. Raised by Feyenoord, the team where he started his career in 2004, Van Persie transferred to Arsenal where he remained until 2012. In his 8 years at the Gunners, he became a charismatic and beloved figure among Arsenal fans. The only thing that brings Van Persie down is the fact that the only trophy he won with the Gunners is the FA Cup, but the real achievement is the Champions League final in the 2005-2006 season. However, he became a champion of England with Manchester United in the 2012-2013 season. He won the Premier League Golden Boot twice in a row, PFA Players Player of the Year in the 2011-2012 season, and twice the PFA Team of the Year. He holds the record for consecutive matches in which he scored, 9 in total. It is worth mentioning another Dutchman on our list, Ruud van Nistelrooy. I'm ending the video here. I know there are many great players that I haven't included in the list, but let me know in the comments which players you think should be on this list. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and subscribing would really help me out.